Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Voice in the Wilderness. Today, I wanted to discuss a head full of many things, good things, bad things, trauma, hurt, heartache, dreams, and ambitions. I like to compare the mind to an empty cup. An empty cup is more useful when it's empty. Does this mean you should be empty all the time? No, that's not what I'm saying. But have you ever had a magnesium drink? Sometimes those drinks are very, very sweet. And if you don't wash the cup out correctly, you go make a cup of coffee, and the taste of that coffee is just horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Or have you ever had a dish of food where you didn't quite wash the plate correctly? Maybe you just washed it, you didn't finish rinsing it correctly, and then guess what? Your fish that was so delicious now tastes like soap. This is because the plate has too many things on it. This is because the plate was not properly taken care of. It's because the cup was not properly taken care of. Or have you ever had food on a plate where you put so much on there and it spilled over onto the side, or you dropped it, or maybe you just stuffed yourself and you got sick? Or when you fill your cup so full that you can't walk across the room with it, and on top of it, it's very hot. So I wanted to compare the mind to these things, that our mind does have limitations, and this is why we can develop anxiety, and we can develop depression, and we can develop all kinds of things that happen. We can even become a different person that our spouse no longer recognizes because we're putting too many things in our mind. We have to watch a show that traumatizes us a little bit, along with exciting music. Then we have to put a narcotic in our system, and then on top of it, we have something very stressful happen. We're fighting with our child, or something bad happens, or something bad happens on the job, or we have dreams and ambitions that are not coming true. It's non-stop. The mind is a bottomless pit that will not stop. So I wanted to compare that to a singing bowl. For those of you that don't know what a singing bowl is, we often use this for meditation. You can just ring it like a bell. And the thing about the singing bowl is its reverberation carries through the whole room. It carries into your stomach, up through your head, and I can still feel it vibrating in my hand. Then we can start to make it sing. Do we hear that ringing? It's because the bowl is empty. When I use it or activate it, it's full of life. There's nothing holding it back. And again, it just keeps going and going. What does this have to do with anything? This is sage. Put a little bit of sage in my bowl. Not much of a problem. We're going to put some more in the bowl, but we're going to do it just right. I'm going to put it right in the middle and make sure it's nice. It's placed in there nice and careful. It still works. However, in person, it starts to be cut off a little bit. I'm going to throw a little bit of ambition in there with art. Starts to get cut off a little bit, rings a little bit more. Going to go ahead and fill it with a lighter. Clunk. Clunk. It won't sing. It won't ring. This is our mind when, haha, this is your brain on drugs, kids. Just kidding. Generation X will get that. But this is our mind when we have too many things inside of it. This is anxiety. I can't get anything done. I'm stuck in fear. I'm depressed. I'm dark. There's too many things in our mind. We're walking back and forth to work. We're walking for a workout with our head heavy. Our shoulders are heavy. Our chest is heavy because we're depressed. We have anxiety. When the main problem is the bottomless pit, which is our mind. Filling our mind full of things, full of stuff. We fill our house full of stuff. We fill our garage full of stuff. We fill our cars full of stuff. We are a material creature. And this is a cry to start to get rid of stuff. This is a cry to maybe cancel some subscriptions. Maybe instead of finishing this argument, if I shut my mouth and be quiet for a moment, there can be empty space for there to be clarity. Maybe if I let go some of my dreams that are not coming true, that's making me angry and upset and paranoid, maybe I can get some clarity to make one of my dreams come true. Maybe if I let go some of the pain and the hurt and the heartache, my mind will empty out and I will start to see clarity again. I will start to feel joy again. This life inside me can start to vibrate outward. I know I sound like a hippie out at Burning Man or a hippie out in the forest next to the river. But there is some truth to this. This is the whole reason why we're very careful moralistically what we let in our head, our hearts, and our lives, and why we have certain standards. Because once something gets past our standards, once something gets past our morals, we now have to deal with the problem and we no longer can ring. We keep our bowl, our singing bowl, clean. Our mind is like this singing bowl. How do we keep our mind empty when we have to have things in our mind? Throughout the day, there's things you have to let go. There's things you can always return to. Always return back to your empty bowl and let it sing. I know for some of you this will probably be stupid and you won't get it. And some of you know this without me using a bowl because that's exactly what you've been trying to do for the last couple of years. If you were to die tomorrow, I must apologize for the interruption of my video. My battery died. Anyways, what I was saying is, if we die tomorrow, if I was to perish tomorrow, all these worries in my head, what does it matter? You're gone. Your flesh is gone. Your body is gone. So why not let go of it now? Why not let things be now? The argument that I have to be right about, the thing that I have to get vengeance on, and it's hard for me to say this because I, at many times in my life, have been placed in those situations. And there are times you put up a fight, there are times you do have to win. That's a reality. But talking about all the things we hold in our head that is getting in the way of us having a good day, that is getting in the way of me enjoying my child, that is getting in the way when I'm at the dinner table and the weight of the world is so heavy on my head that I just missed a whole night that I'll never have back with my family that's aging, with my mom and dad that are perishing. That's what matters in the moment at that time. And I know in Zen they talk about the past and the present and the future. And I think a lot of us Westerners somewhat understand that, and sometimes we don't because there's a situation we're dealing with. There's things in our head that are bothering us. So this is a call to simplicity. This is a call to what can we empty out of our cup? What can we empty out of our bowl? And I like to look at it this way. We have to have something in the bowl. That's why we have a bowl. If we didn't have to put things in the bowl, we wouldn't have a bowl. But when did our bowl go from being used for food to being used for paint and being used for knickknacks and screws? And I'm talking about our mind right now. When did we let our mind go so far? Because something to focus and think about is one reason why there's so many stresses and why there's so many bad things that happen to us is it's very easy just to fall into the negative. It's very easy just to go along with a bad day. It's very easy to get up and just go with the flow of the day and nothing goes as planned. It's more work to stay in the positive. It's more work to wake up in the morning and plan the day out. It's more work to step away from something and have a smile on your face. But that is why you have a good day, because you have it in your head and you have it in your heart that I'm going to make it a good day. And you're going to do what you need to do to make it a good day. For some of you listening to this video, that may not be important to you, but there are plenty of people, I promise you, that they're tired of bad days. They're tired of the agony. They would just love a little bit of silence in their mind, because the mind is so painful and the mind is so chaotic that what would it be like just to have a moment of clarity? And that's what this message today is about, is that moment of clarity. That moment of clarity comes because of little steps you take. Washing the bowl, soaking the bowl, scraping out the bowl. Maybe it's time to wake up a little bit earlier and give yourself a daily reflection. Maybe it's time to avoid certain people. There's a saying, you can only be triggered if you're loaded. Maybe it's time to wake up in the morning and see what your triggers are. And I'm not going to say you're wrong for all your triggers, because sometimes you're in situations and you don't want those triggers and they keep happening. So you have to make a big effort. And again, this is not a message to be nice and let everything go. This is a message for those whose heads are so full of things. My God, they need sanity. They're begging for sanity. So this is something that is a working process, just like washing plates. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let most of the mystery speak for itself. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. My videos are starting to go out more and more. For a while there, they're shadow banned, which is really weird because I have subscribers and none of them are getting my videos. So I want us to change that. If you found value in this, please send this to a friend. Please turn on the notification bell and leave a comment and say thank you, just to throw it out in the algorithm. Anyways, join me again for A Voice in the Wilderness. Thank you.